And then I'll also have Mr. Salazar. I received a bond violation report from him yesterday for failing to
Come up, Mr. Salazar.
on January 8th.
We have court orders for a reason. And when you don't follow court orders, we have to take drastic measures, and that usually means putting you in jail. You were called upon to take a test and you failed to go. If it ever happens again, I'm going to revoke your bond and put you in jail. Do you understand me? As it stands, I'm sending you for a drug and alcohol test now. So we will give you a normal reset unless it's something dirty. Then I'm going to bring him back and we'll take different measures. But you ever get called upon to test and you fail to go, it's not going to go well for you. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
Take a seat for me, sir. That was a great show. John Martin?
Yes.
Mr. Martin, you're charged with 2 cases. You're charged with driving while intoxicated. You're also charged with unlawful carrying of a weapon. On the gun case, you were facing up to 6 months in jail and or a $2,000 fine. I'm sorry, what? Did I just say?
I think it's a connoisseur.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm like reverse. On the DWI, you're facing up to 6 months in jail and or a $2,000 fine. And on the gun case, you're facing up to a year in jail and or a $4,000 fine. We're going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can or will be used against you. You have the right to have an attorney present. If you cannot afford one, one will be appointed to you, sir.
Yes, Judge. Okay. On January 28th, 2025, officers were dispatched to a wreck on Mesa Drive in Center Penn. The defendant was sitting in the driver's seat when officers arrived and admitted to losing control of the vehicle and driving into a drainage ditch. The defendant stated he took some hydrocodone shortly before the crash, and the officer observed red bloodshot eyes, slurred speech, and unsteadiness on the defendant's feet. Standard field sobriety were performed. HGN, they found 6 out of 6, walk and turn, 5 out of 8, 1 leg stand, 2 out of 4. The defendant was read the DIC, and the defendant consented to blood. The officer conducted a search and found in the vehicle a cooler with a beer in the back seat, a small bag of prescription pills prescribed to the defendant, hydrocodone, and a loaded Ruger SP-101 under the driver's seat within reach of the defendant.
Judge, I would just submit to the court, he's a retired veteran. It's my understanding he has a prescription for the hydrocodone for back issues.
Mr. Martin, I'm going to find that there's probable cause to go forward with your case. I'm ordering you as a condition of your bond not to consume alcohol, illegal drugs, or unprescribed controlled medication. I'm going to randomly test you. If I find that you're using, then I'm going to put you in jail. No more PR bonds. You need to understand that even if you have a prescription for controlled substances, if you take too much, you become intoxicated. If you're in a car, it's a recipe for disaster. Just don't. Do you understand? Any prior to DUIs?
No, Your Honor, and license is eligible.
Okay, you need to be very careful. Don't take it if you're going to go drive. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
If I find that you pick up a new case, if you use it irresponsibly, I only have one place for you. I'm going to do everything in my power to protect my community. Do you understand, Mr. Martin? Now, you have a lawyer. Because you have a lawyer, I will waive your appearance, but it is your responsibility to stand with Mr. Johnson. He'll tell you when you have to come back to court. If he tells me he can't get a hold of you, you become a danger to my community, you pick up a new DWI, just, I'm gonna put you in jail. That's all I have. Do you understand? Okay. So for now, I'll have you go to Victoria. We're gonna have you sign a reset. After that, I'll get you to Felicia for your bond conditions, and after that, you're free to go. All right.
Judge, if I may just real briefly, got Arredondo on the docket.
Okay, that way, sir. Please.
It's from October, Judge. It's just asking for one second. He's finishing until the tree.
I mean, it's only 115 days, right? Yeah, I mean, really.
All right, Judge, next is page 25. Jackson, come on up. Counsel.
Is it Taishan Jackson? Taishan, Miss Jackson, you're charged with assault of a family member. You're facing up to a year in jail and or a $4,000 fine. We are going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can or will be used against you. You have the right to have an attorney present. If you cannot afford one, one will be appointed to you.
Yes, Judge. The complainant and the defendant are in a dating relationship. On January 28th, 2025, the officer was dispatched to a disturbance in Harris County, Texas. Upon arrival, the officer met with the complainant, who stated that she and the defendant were in a dating relationship and that she told the defendant she was drinking too much. The defendant and the complainant then got into an argument when the defendant punched the complainant twice and bit the complainant on the chin, causing pain.
Okay. Ma'am, I'm going to find that there's probable cause to go forward with your case. Do we know whether the complaining witness wants to have contact with her or not?
Looks like we attempted this morning, but we're able to get a hold of the complainant.
Okay. I want to do what the complaining witness wants. So until I know that she wants to have contact with you, I'm ordering you not to have contact with this person. Do you understand? Shh. I'm also ordering you as a condition of your bond not to consume alcohol, illegal drugs, or unprescribed controlled medication. I'm going to randomly test you. If I find that you're using, I'm going to put you in jail. No more PR bonds. You understand? A protective order has been issued in this case. I would get to know it. If you violate the protective order, the state can and probably will file a violation of protective order. It's one of the worst cases you can pick up. You understand? You know, in life, there are people that when they consume alcohol, they become very happy people. They're the life of the party. Everybody likes to hang out with them. They crack jokes. And then there are people when they consume alcohol, they turn into the devil incarnate. Get a clue. When you drink, this becomes you. For now, though, no consuming alcohol or illegal drugs. You understand? Tell me, do you have an income? Do you have an income? Do you work? What do you do with yourself?
I do hair. I do hair.
Okay.
Work from here from home.
Do you have the ability to hire a lawyer, or would you like a court-appointed lawyer?
I can handle the
Sorry?
appointment.
You want one? Okay. I'm going to have you sign a reset with Victoria. I'll have you meet with Felicia for bond conditions, and then I'll have you take your seat in the jury box while I find your lawyer. Okay, ma'am? Please.
Right this way,
Last name?
Matthews.
Matthews. Okay.
Page 31.
You are Rebecca Matthews. Ms. Matthews, you're charged with failure to stop and give information, which is leaving the scene of an accident without exchanging information. You are facing up to 6 months in jail and or a $2,000 fine. We are going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can and will be used against you. You have the right to have an attorney present. If you cannot afford one, one will be appointed to you, ma'am.
Yes, Judge. On November 5th, 2024, officers arrived to the scene of an accident and met with the complainant who had been in a wreck with the defendant. The complainant stated the defendant had made an unsafe lane change and struck her vehicle, damaging both vehicles. The defendant then exited her vehicle and began swearing at the complainant before stating she will take care of her own damages and leaving the scene, refusing to give the complainant any information. The complainant took pictures of the defendant's vehicle and license plate. At a later date, the officers were able to identify the person associated with the license plate, and the complainant was able to positively ID the defendant based on the photo the officer showed her associated with the license plate number.
So she took off.
She took off, and then they found based on license plate.
And I'm going to find that there's probable cause to go forward with your case. Have you run her license, Alex? Do you mind?
I ran her. Let me just pull it up.
Ma'am, I'm ordering you as a condition of your bond not to drive unless you have a valid Texas driver license and liability insurance in your name. Do you understand?
It's eligible, Your Honor.
If you're caught driving a vehicle that doesn't have insurance, or you don't have insurance in your name, I'm going to revoke your bond. I'm going to put you in jail. Do you understand? Yes or no?
Yes.
Do you have the ability to hire a lawyer, or would you like a court-appointed lawyer, ma'am?
Like a quarter 21.
Okay. Can you file those conditions, Alex, please?
Which conditions, Your Honor?
Just no driving without a valid license and liability insurance,
Yes,
please.
Judge.
Okay, I need you to fill out an application for me. So what I'm going to do is Deputy Grant is going to give you an application. I'm going to have you go to Victoria, sign a reset. After that, I'll have you take a seat in the jury box. Do not leave until you sign our bond conditions. All right? Do not leave until you sign our bond conditions. We'll have you come up here momentarily, please. Hi.
Coaching for Miss Delandre Burnett. She's here
Okay.
and we may need to look at bond conditions.
It was for.
Okay, Ms. Burnett, come up.
And I know she has a pending felony. The clerk's wet. I can't really pull the conditions up.
So we've got a ton of baggage here, and I don't understand how she has a discharging a firearm in an assault from October 29th. She picks up an aggravated assault in November, and then I guess a week later picks up a criminal mischief. So we have 4 open cases. Is that right?
Yes, Judge.
And we've never addressed any of the bonds.
She's been in custody for,
I don't know. Tell me.
she's been in.
I know.
When did you? Okay. So she was in custody for, right, from October until January, Your Honor.
Did you just make bond on the felony, I guess? Is that what happened? Yeah.
Right.
All right. So a surety bond was posted on the ag assault on 1/9. So let's talk about the complaining witnesses in all these cases. Who are they in relation to the aggravated assault? Any?
So in relation to the aggravated assault, we have not been able to make contact with complaining witness Johnson. But we have been able to make contact with the complaining witness Romero Perez, who was the employee at the business where the incident occurred.
Is this regarding the criminal mischief?
This is regarding the assault.
Okay. What happened in the assault, please?
So, she visited an office that day, and then the defendant began threatening the complaining witness's children, and then supposedly in the office is the apartment leasing office.
Okay.
And then she went up to the child and then threatened the child and said, the exact language. Tell your mom that I'm still here, and pointed a weapon.
At the child.
Yes,
Yes.
Judge, a large kitchen knife.
That's a knife. Okay.
Yeah,
So the assault is out of the same transaction as the ag assault then?
yes, she kicked the first complaining witness in the genitals, causing the employee from
Okay, now the criminal mischief where's that from?
the criminal mischief
For-
is from a different complaining witness. He was at his home upon arrival. Officers made contact with him, and he advised that he was at his residence and wanting to watch their children, and or the defendant arrived at his residence wanting to watch their children. He did not initially agree. The defendant then became hostile and caused a disturbance. The defendant then drove her vehicle into the complaining witness's gate, damaging it, and subsequently reversed and sped away. Estimated cost to repair is $500.
And Your Honor, that they do have children together, and I believe the rip call, he doesn't want to move forward with the case.
Something very interesting. I don't know if you read this, but okay, ma'am, I'm going to find that there's probable cause on all your cases, and I'm ordering you as a condition of your bond not to be in possession of any weapons and not to have any contact with the complaining witnesses in these cases. Do you understand? Did the felony court put a monitor on her or anything like that? This is very interesting. Let me read this to you. As part of the conditions on the felony court, it says, defendant must obtain a library card and read to her children
Oh.
/ must attend a parenting class. That's really interesting. I've never seen that.
228.
The 330. I don't know, but it says,
That's a visiting judge. That's a visiting judge.
Interesting, right? Did you know about this condition? Okay.
Your Honor, one of the
I'm not going to
CWs,
impose that, but
she
I
does
just
have
found-
children with, I believe, the complaining witness on the criminal mischief, which is about the gate. And so I don't, just to help them co-parent, I don't know if we could just have no.
But I don't
threatening or
know if he
harassing.
wants to have contact with her. You know, before I allow you to have contact with this gentleman, I would like to know if he even wants to have contact with you. What if he doesn't want to? He may be scared of
The
you. I don't know.
complaining witness did say that he asked her to drop charges
Yes.
on the case.
Okay, so I'm wording you as a condition of your bond not to have any threatening or harassing contact with, is it Andre, right?
Andre, yes, that's
Okay, do you understand? What is threatening or harassing doesn't matter what you think, it's what he perceives. From if I go like this, that's could be threatening or harassing contact, so just be careful. You're lucky to be out with these 4 open cases. If I find that you're a danger to my public, you violate any of these conditions, I'm telling you now, I'm going to make your bond extremely high. You know, you're probably not going to have someone to pony up $15,000 worth of bond for you, so be very careful when you're out there. If you have a butting head relationship with this person, just be very careful. You understand? Now, we've given you a lawyer. It's your responsibility to stay in touch with Mr. Elick. If he tells me he can't get a hold of you, likewise, I'll issue a warrant for your arrest. All right? Okay, just be careful, man. Self-control. Okay, all right, Mr. Elick. I
Okay.
just need you to sign these conditions and then you're good to go. All right, thanks.
Is that pretrial bond condition?
Yeah, with Felicia. Yeah, no, no alcohol, no drugs as well, man. All right, okay, thanks, guys.
Judge, can we go over those one more time? Apologies. I thought these
So
were.
no alcohol, no drugs, no weapons, no threatening or harassing contact with the gentleman named Andre, and then with the assault and that one, no contact whatsoever. And no going back to that leasing office as well. Okay.
All right.
Max.
Just one more order. The